Hello, everyone. I'm Renown Zero. We are back yet again talking about a new report suggesting that the games industry is failing the alphabet mafia, failing the alphabet community because apparently the games industry should appease the very minuscule percentage of people that are part of that community, not the huge percentage of people that are straight and male that play video games. Yes, there are people that are part of that community that play video games, but for the most part, the biggest demographic of gamers are white, straight males. Nobody cares, Kotaku, that they're failing the alphabet players because of more representation. Nobody cares. This comes to us, like I said, from Kotaku. Advocacy group GLAD has run the numbers, and they're not great. I've known the representation in games mattered ever since that day, 1987, when I finished Metroid and discovered that intergalactic bounty hunter Samus Aran was the rarest of things for the time, a cool female video game protagonist. I doubt you ever finished Metroid. I've loved playing as Mario or Link or any intrepid hero, but I was particularly thrilled to see a game that to say that women can be heroes too. Now with games a more important cultural force than ever, because it's the biggest entertainment industry, it's bigger than the movie industry, it's bigger than the TV industry. The influential media advocacy organization GLAD has released its first ever in-depth report examining how games are doing in terms of alphabet mafia representation. The data strongly suggests that on one hand, games play an important role in the lives of many queer players, particularly queer youth. No, there's no such thing as queer youth. Stop it. Those are called groomed children. And on the other, that games are falling far short in terms of adequately representing and reaching those players because they're not a big community of people that play games. Majority of people that play video games want to see beautiful straight women in their video games. As you see with all the controversy going around with Stellar Blade and people believing, green-haired weirdos in New York believing that women don't look like the character in Stellar Blade, even though it was modeled after an actual Korean model. The report released today is packed with interesting and important statistics collected in partnership with the media data and analytics firm Nielsen, and you can see it in their entirety here. Among GLAD's most striking findings is that 17% of active gamers identify as LGBTQ, and yet only a paltry 2% of games on major PC and console storefronts, PSN, Steam, Nintendo eShop, and so on, are tagged by having alphabet content, suggesting that games which actually feature queer characters or storylines remain extremely rare because nobody cares. And most of the time, these representations are terribly made. With big influential games like The Last of Us Part 2, dog shit game, and Apex Legends prominently featuring these types of characters, it's perhaps easy to feel like the alphabet representation in games is more widespread than it actually is, when the reality may be that the industry is still falling well short of adequately representing their base. There are plenty of retro games out there. I, for the most part, don't need any modern games. I can play as many retro games as I possibly want to the day I delete.